Hey folks, Daily Landsblog for October the 7th, 2020. Today on the Daily Landsblog, it's a bit of a focusing session. I won't say a pep talk, but more than ever, I think that people need to hear this because of the huge increase in the number of people that are reporting symptoms of depression. And I think it's really important to understand where are you on the spectrum? And if you've never suffered from depression, like real debilitating, life-altering, life-sucking depression, then how would you know if you have it if you actually don't have it? Meaning, if you have symptoms of COVID-19 panic, let's call it, and upset and sadness. How would you know that that's not depression, the illness? And that's why I think it's really important, given the fact that 3 times more people are reporting depressive symptoms now than were reporting them a year ago at this time. 3 times more. So you got this whole group of people. There's 100 of them, let's say, who are reporting depressive symptoms for the first time, and they're all around me. You think we could jam 100 people in here, Case?
I don't think we'd want to.
That's a good point. Not the best time, perhaps, for jamming 100 people in here. But so there's 100 people here, and I say, how many of you find yourself really worried about COVID-19? They all put up their hands. How many of you find yourselves sad and like a number of other things that relate to sadness? They all put up their hands. How many of you are kind of struggling with fears of the future? They all put up their hands. Okay. So there's 100 people here. How many of you think you have depression? And they all put up their hands. And now I ask the question, how many of you can still celebrate things in your life? Meaning, if something good happens to you amongst this really crappy time or amidst this really crappy time, can you feel the goodness? Can you feel the joy? And before you put up your hands or don't put up your hands, let me clarify what I'm talking about. When you wake up in the morning, for instance, and you normally have a bit of a bounce in your step, is that now gone? And can it be reversed, like I said, if something good happens to you, or if you do something that typically you really enjoy? Meaning, are you oppressively feeling this loss of the ability to experience joy? This feeling of hopelessness, this feeling of loneliness, this feeling of worthlessness and joylessness? How many of you can say that that describes you? And if people are honest, I think you'd find certainly less than 100 people that put up their hands, and I don't know what the number is, but substantially less. There's a difference between, oh gosh, COVID-19, oh my God, I'm so depressed, and I just don't feel good. I just feel like I'm never getting out of this hole. And I just feel like I haven't felt joy, experienced the goodness of life in months. That is depression. The other, and I point out the difference, is maybe mild depression and should be dealt with for sure. Like, I'm not saying that you should ignore it. But that's when you sort of activate and you type into Google or whatever other stupid search engine comes up. Oh my God, what is with that Bing Case?
Because you have some kind of virus.
Well, why do I get that? I don't ask for that. I don't ask for Yahoo. I want Google. I want Google. So just Google, suggestions for somebody with mild depression. If you feel the other, you need to chat with someone. You need to chat with someone that cares about you. If you don't have one of those people, or if you don't feel like there's anyone you're close enough, then you got to go try to chat with your doctor and take steps to make a difference, because I know what that's like. And typically it doesn't go away on its own. SickNowWeek.com, 24 hours a day, 360 days a year. You know why we're here, Case?
Why?
We're here because we're important. And you know how I know we're important?
How?
I Googled it, and that stupid Bing came up. Makes me so mad.